Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're at. This video is timeless. Thank you for tapping in. This is the next move. We are the Crypto Casuals. I am Stubby.
I'm Kelly.
And today we're coming back at you with another 2K play, this time about Jasmy. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a much lesser known coin, one that we've just stumbled upon ourselves, called Jasmy. And it's actually a Japanese coin, or also known as the Japanese Bitcoin. Jasmy is already a regulated coin within Japan, which would actually set it as one of the pioneers in the crypto market for regulation. An interesting fact about Jasmy is all of its founders were ex-Sony executives, the president being Kazumasa Sato.
So Jasmy focuses in data democracy, being an IoT company. So that means Internet of Things. So essentially, they're targeting the smart home sector and governments that are aiming to build smart cities. So the way that you'd be able to go into your house and have a smart thermostat that can connect to your phone, the same way that your phone may be able at a smart home to connect to your garage, and you'll be able to access all of the various utilities in your everyday life while maintaining your own privacy. Because the interesting fact about that is that currently, when you do things of that nature, all of your data and all of that information is being harvested and sold, particularly to bigger companies, to generate ads and create seller profiles or buyer profiles for you as a consumer.
We spoke about this a little bit in our last video. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch that. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But in the last video, we also spoke about having ownership over your data and how that is something that would start to be possible with blockchain technology and other various sources. But Jasmy is a company that's specifically built to do just that. Another interesting fact about Jasmy is they are actually partnered with Booking.com, who you can book trips with to over 3 million destinations now using or spending Jasmy.
The system that Jasmy is implementing to actually execute their concept of data democracy is almost like a loop. And within that loop, on one end of the loop is the big company that is looking to buy your data, because they usually just buy it off of the search engine or the platform that you're giving the data to for free. So there's the big company on one end of the loop that is looking to buy the data to create ad or seller or buyer based profiles. And on the other end of the loop is you owning your data, rather than the platform that you're using just taking your data through like cookies and things of that nature. And then on the other side of the loop, so think of it as like a circle, and then on the connecting side of the loop, so if you were to think of it as a circle, would be the Jasmy platform. So companies would go to you to purchase your data while you maintain your privacy through the Jasmy platform. And the interesting technology that they actually use is the IPFS, so the Interplanetary File System. This was created by Filecoin. It's a decentralized net that's floating in low orbit around the Earth constantly. So at any point in time, and it houses data. So at any point in time, you, as the owner of your data, has your data, and you can tap into it through the IPFS, or Interplanetary File System. And that is a way for you to actually own your own data in a decentralized manner, as opposed to the search engines or the platforms that you're usually utilizing. They get your data for free and sell it to other big tech companies.
Jasmy is also an ERC20 token, and that is basically just a name for tokens that are built on the Ethereum blockchain. Interestingly enough, on the Jasmy network, information can be transferred into your personal assets, or turned into your personal assets, meaning that you'll be able to monetize your own personal data. To touch back on what he said earlier about big companies and taking your data for free and doing what they want with it. Instead, you'd have your own control to sell or do what you want with it. Jasmy will make it possible for you to be able to monetize your own personal data if you want to.
So now, after breaking down a little bit more about Jasmy's purpose and their real world use case, let's get into the 2K play that we came here for. So if we were to invest $2,000 into Jasmy at today's price, which is under 1 cent, I repeat, under 1 cent. This is a small cap cryptocurrency. Small cap refers to a cryptocurrency with a market capital of under $1 billion. So if we were to invest $2,000 into Jasmy at today's price of 0.006, you would get 322,580 Jasmy tokens. So let's get into the price predictions for Jasmy. You want to say something?
Yeah. And then today's setup, we're going to do it a little different. Usually we'll give you 2K and we'll give you next year, 2026 and 2030. But with Jasmy, we're going to do that times 3. So we're going to do 3 different timelines, basically a great, good, and a regular. You'll see.
One of the reasons why we're actually going to be doing it this way is because Jasmy's team actually came out in their roadmap and announced price targets for their tokens, something that you don't see any other crypto projects do. They actually aimed for a price target of $17 per coin in 2026. This is because of the KPIs that they've set, believing that data will be the oil of the next era, if you will, in the digital age.
So the way we have it, it's 3-tiered, the highest tier being Jasmy's predictions. And then we have a middle tier, which is a safe tier. And then the bottom tier is the low tier, the very safe tier.
So on the low end, with Jasmy being currently under the price of 1 cent, we'd be looking at a 41 cent Jasmy token by next year, 2024, on the low end. Now, toward the middle, we'd be looking at $2.32 per coin. And then on the high end, which would be in line with Jasmy's team's price prediction, we'd be looking at $5 per coin next year.
As we usually do, we're jumping to the 2026 year, which we predict will be the peak of the next bull market. On the low end, the price prediction we have is for $4. In the middle tier, we have $10, and Jasmy's actual prediction being the high end, which is $17.
And as we usually do, cap it off in 2030. Our 3 price predictions for that year. On the low end, we'd have Jasmy at $14 per coin. Middle tier, we're looking at about $52 per coin. And on the high end, in line with Jasmy's team's indicators, we'd be looking at $75 per coin in 2030. In line with next year's price targets, as far as what we predict and what Jasmy's teams predict. With the low end target of 41 cents, your $2,000 investment would then return you $132,000. On the middle end, with it being $2.32 per coin, your $2,000 investment would return $748,000. And on the high end, again, in line with Jasmy's team's price indicators and price targets, with a $5 price target, your $2,000 would return you $1,612,000. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, for you to invest $2,000 at the point in time of this video, with Jasmy being less than 1 cent, you would get 322,580 Jasmy coins. So any price target that you would aim for, you would simply multiply by that amount of coins.
And on the next set of price targets, we have the next bull run, which will be 2026. Just to retouch base, on the low end, we have $4. In the middle tier, we have $10. And on the high tier, we have $17, which was actually Jasmy's original prediction for 2026. And on the low end, 2K worth of Jasmy today would get you 1.29 million at a $4 price prediction. At $10, your 2K worth of Jasmy today will get you $3.22 million. Just to reiterate, $17 was Jasmy's original prediction, and that $17, 2K worth of Jasmy today would get you $5.48 million. I repeat, $5.48 million.
And as far as the 2030 price targets go, again, we'd be looking at $14 on the low end, $52 medium, and $75 on the high end, which is again in line with Jasmy's team's price indicators. So with you investing $2,000 today at today's price in 2030, if Jasmy were to be $14 per coin, your $2,000 would then be $4,516,000. If Jasmy were to go to $52 per coin, and if you were to invest $2,000 at today's price, that would take your $2,000 and turn it into $16,700,000. Again, that's at a $52 price target. Now, in line with Jasmy's price indicators, in line with Jasmy's price target, we'd be looking at on the high end $75 per coin. Now, if you were to invest $2,000 at today's price, and in 2030, Jasmy were to be $75 per coin, your $2,000 would then be $24,190,000. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is not financial advice, purely speculation, and in addition, actually Jasmy's price predictions and price targets as a regulated company. Again, they are targeting $17 per coin in 2026. So as far as the Jasmy tokenomics go, there is a 50 billion coin maximum supply. Currently, they have 47.8 billion coins already in circulation. So what that means is they will only be adding coins to circulation until they get to 50 billion coins total. And at that point in time, no new coins will be made or minted or created at that point, meaning there will no longer be inflation on the coin, making it more scarce as demand rises or even if demand remains the same. Interesting fact, a $75 Jasmy coin with 50 billion total coins in circulating supply would put Jasmy at a $3.75 trillion market cap. That is actually not much higher than a company like Apple, for example, with a $3.3 trillion market cap at one point.
And guys, listen, Cathie Woods predicted that the crypto market as a whole would be worth about $200 trillion by 2030. And just less than 5% of that would get Jasmy over the 3.75 trillion needed for the $75 per coin Jasmy.
Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, Jasmy is the first legally compliant, fully regulated cryptocurrency in Japan. And Japan is known to have some of the most strict crypto regulations on the planet. So they'll more than likely be backing this coin, as they do refer to it as the Japanese Bitcoin.
That's it. That's the video. For more content like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.